Maybe it's the network. Can you check with the network team if they've had dropped packets or something? Does that sound familiar? That can be an example of using guesswork to analyze performance issues. Modern production environments get pretty complicated and can have lots of different components and complex interactions between them. Without an obvious starting point for analysis, it can be tempting to guess where the performance issue may be and then to change things until it goes away. In this article for ACM, I talked about using guesswork as a methodology and two other what I called anti-methodologies for approaching performance issues. I also talked about some serious performance methodologies, and I also introduced one that I've developed for identifying bottlenecks quickly. The intent of this methodology is to be used early in an investigation. So you've got a performance issue has come in, the customer needs you to fix this as quickly as you can, you've checked the problem statement for anything really obvious, the way they've described the issue, and then this is the first 5 minutes for you to check the system and see if there's any obvious bottleneck that you can solve. It's called the use method, and the use method can be summarized as, for every resource, check utilization, saturation, and errors. Resources include the CPUs, memory, disks, network, all of the physical resources in the data path. These can also be software resources, such as mutex locks or file descriptors. With the use method, you begin with the questions that you want to ask to identify bottlenecks, and then you seek the tools to answer them. Often, performance analysis begins with the tools and then tries to apply them to the issues. This can miss certain classes of issues that the tools either aren't very good at identifying or don't provide observability for. And for that, the use method works for any operating system. It doesn't matter. You begin with the use method and then you see what the operating system provides and what the tools provide. I'm using it all the time. I've been using it for many, many years in enterprise and cloud environments. And this is what I use very, very early on just to make sure that there's no big issue that's hurting the customer before I use much more expensive performance analysis methodologies like doing drill down analysis and doing workload characterization. In order to use the use method right now, the operating system provides some of the answers really easily, and some of them I need to roll my own custom tools to answer. And so that's often using dtrace and also the CPU performance counters. Over time, I hope this gets easier as more tools are developed to support it. And also, if you're using performance monitoring products, this is something that can be added so that it guides you through the metrics that help you identify bottlenecks quickly. So that's the use method very, very quickly. It's one methodology that you can use. It's one methodology in your toolbox. It's designed to be used early on before you get into more expensive methodologies, including latency analysis. Thanks.